What's up, YouTube? It's Carl here, and today is going to be leg day. And as you know, I kind of discussed it. It's going to be a light volume leg day, which means I'm not going to be doing much. Not too proud of it, but that's what it's going to be. I've decided instead to turn this into a chance to rant a little bit. I think there is this bad idea that's being spread on Instagram. I think there's this also bad idea the same bad idea that exists on YouTube. This bad idea will lead to a lot of injuries, a lot of setbacks, and if you follow this bad idea, you will only be gaining injuries. And this bad idea is the idea of continuous tension or partial reps. It is a road to destruction. It is a road to injury. It is a road to rehab. And the most important thing you can do when lifting any specific exercise is to work through the fullest range of motion possible. That means when you are doing shoulder presses, you're bringing the bar actually to your shoulders. It's interesting how they call it that. And instead, it's not the nose press, it's not the high head press, it's the shoulder press. It's not just because you're moving your shoulders, it's because you push the bar from your shoulders. Let's think about the bench press. The bench press, you go from where to where? Full lockout, yeah, nobody really argues or misses that point. But where does the bar stop? Does it stop 4 inches hovering above your chest? No, it goes all the way down to your chest. And you think, Carl, I've got injuries. Fine, you know what? You need to instead decrease the weight and focus on what range of motion you can have with the weight that is appropriate for that. That means that most of the people are ego lifting. When I see people, everybody wants to handle 225 pounds. Nobody's arguing with that. But if you are moving 225 pounds through 3 inches of range of motion, that's just out here from your chest, what's the point? We are going from our chest to full extension. It is all about putting yourself between the rock and the hard place. When you're doing squats, if you are not, the top of your thighs, at the crease of your thighs and hips, goes below the point of your knee from the side. That is exactly what you're after. It's just a little dip, and that's back up. All you're after is, you don't have to go ass to grass. That's a little crazy, I ain't gonna lie. But just the crease of your hip goes below the top of your knee, and that's the squat. I understand. You got knee problems. I understand. I got ankle problems. I'm saying I understand. So you don't see me half repping on squats. You see me doing what I can do through the fullest range of motion. Range of motion is what's up here, people. Bench press. There is a good example of the bench press. Now, this isn't true all the time. There is a benching off the blocks. If you bench off the blocks, you put the 3 to 4 inch block off your chest, and then when you bring the bar down, this is important part now. Slowly, you make contact with the block in a controlled manner and push it off. You don't jackhammer that thing down and push it back off. All right. It's important first to do research into the exercises you're doing, to know why they're being done. I've seen a lot of people just doing exactly what I was saying with the block press. When they bring the bar down to the block, they're just dropping it, crushing the block into their chest, and then, if they're still capable, pushing it up. If you don't work through complete range of motion, you are going to lead yourself to injuries. And don't think I'm trying to call out anybody or anything like that. I understand you're trying to do things. You know what? This is coming from a man who actually did the opposite. I was tired of seeing so many people do shitty reps on the bench press, where they would only go from here to here, floating off the chest and just to lock out. That I would actually do the opposite. I would do the bottom half. I would touch my chest, go halfway up, and then go back down. I did that for a very long time, and I thought that was the way to go. Because it's working where it should be working. All this stupid stuff. Full range of motion. I've learned. I've tried it. You are stronger, you are more powerful. It takes more time, it takes more energy, it is more difficult. But that's the point, people. That's what we're doing here. We're not doing something that's easy. And if it was easy, everybody'd do it. That's the reason everybody doesn't do it. So don't make it easier. Make it harder. You don't have to do goofy things to make it harder. Just do it in the fullest range of motion with the best form possible. There's no reason to be thrown out or hulking around with all the weights in the gym or doing something stupid. Do your work. If you're doing leg presses, if you load up a truckload of plates on a leg press, I had better not see you move it through 3 inches of motion. Or what are you doing? That is, I will see. I'm not even gonna call out anybody. I know their name off the top of my head. People load up, 20 45-pound plates on a leg press, and then I'm not doing what 1/5. They're not even quarter squats. 1/5. They're not even barely breaking their knee from lockout. And calling it reps. People, if it was easy, everybody do it. So don't cheat. Don't make it easier. It's superfluous. That's what we're after. You go, oh, it doesn't matter. No, it's all superfluous. Everything we do, it doesn't matter. Do it all. Anyway, please. The real deal is you're going to lead yourself to injury. You're going to hurt yourself. You're going to snap up your shoulders. The reason why you're always hurting is you're not paying attention on your deadlifts. You're locking out your knees when you're about halfway up. And I know I'm having a bit of a rant here. I just noticed the time. It's about 7 minutes. I'll try and cut something out maybe. But guys, it's just the most important thing to move the weights through the fullest range of motion to keep your joints healthy, so that if you don't move the weight through full range of motion, you will develop weak spots in the range of motion. So that if the bar goes down, like if you're doing bench press, if the bar gets out of that sweet spot, like, oh no, it gets down to here, you are not physically capable of pressing the weight. How ridiculous of a situation is that to get yourself into? I'm coming from a guy who's been pinched in the weight myself. I put it down to my chest, and I tried to press it back up. These people will be on the 7th or 8th rep, and I know, I was exhausted. No, you went too deep into a range of motion that you couldn't handle, and you stalled out. Best way to avoid it is just to keep, it blows my mind too. These people, and the only way I'm seeing it, if this was recorded, so that these people looked at their recordings and said, yep, nailed it. No reason to improve, no thing that can be done better. They're not interested. I don't know what they're seeing. It's like they're wishful thinking. It's like they're more interested in just looking at the weight stacks moving instead of what they're doing while the weight is moving. You know what I'm like? Watch yourself. Learn from yourself first. Watch yourself. If you're recording, why aren't you looking? Why aren't you learning? Range of motion. All the way up, all the way down. Decrease the weights and stop ego lifting. I guess that's really what I'm after. Full range of motion and no more ego lifting, because that's what it really is, and you're going to snap yourself up. So knock it off. I'm going to try and edit this together. I'll put in a leg day, or my weak ass leg day, and I'll see you guys on Monday. All right, just got done with leg day, and it's important for me to restate again, I'm not angry or calling anybody out, but the real deal is you're spreading bad ideas. You can hurt people who pick up these bad ideas and use them. You can hurt yourself, that's the bottom line. And, you know, not angry or calling anybody out. Don't take anything I say too personally. All right, so remember, every day spent lifting weights is a good day. Remember to have yourself a great day. I'm Carl, and that was kind of my leg day.